Hey guys, it's Phaedra from All Things Phaedra, and even though I'm sitting in a car, this is not a car review. This is about my age. I'm not getting any younger, and if you're here, you probably aren't either, and you're looking for something to help your skin. Now, I am not a believer in plastic surgery, at least not yet anyway, and I do, however, care about how my skin looks and finding ways that are non-invasive that can help me look younger. Now, many years ago, I worked at several med spas when I lived in Raleigh, and I had a variety of treatments done. I had a laser treatment done. I had an IPL treatment done, and I felt like it actually did some good, but it's been many years, probably 10 years, and time marches on, and I am back to have an intense pulse light treatment. There we go. Intense pulse light, also called a photofacial. So what this is going to do is it's going to take light at varying wavelengths, and it's going to expose my skin to it. And depending on the wavelength that's used, it's going to affect the red and the brown pigments in my skin. Now, what's going to happen here is that it will cause these pigments to darken, come to the surface of my skin, and then flake off. And I'm going to show you some of the things that bother me. These are some capillaries that I had removed and then they came back. So I also have a lot of freckles and sunspots. And the idea is just to kind of even out my skin and also stimulate some of the collagen in my skin. I'll show you what I can show you about the treatment, and then I'm going to show you the recovery and the results so you can decide if this is something you would want to do on your own skin. Well, I'm done. They didn't allow me to take any cameras in. I will show you a picture of the machine that they used. It looked something like this, and there was a wand that actually does the light pulse, and they did it in increments all over my face. It did use different types of light on my skin, and the wavelengths that they used are to help the redness and the brownness on my skin. It hurt like a mofo, I will just tell you that. It felt like someone was taking a torch and just like lighting it on fire. And it's not about pain tolerance. You don't get any special awards for dealing with pain. It just feels like, I thought I remembered this feeling like rubber bands on my face. Instead, it feels like just this searing heat. It's awful. Yes, this is an ice pack. They gave me an ice pack for my face, and they let me hold a fan to blow on my face. So my face is burning right now. And so they basically said, keep doing this for about 20 minutes of each hour for the remainder of the treatment day to reduce the risk of swelling. And then some people will have swelling the next day. I will show you what things look like tomorrow, but this is immediately after. And as you can see, some of the spots already on my face are starting to get darker immediately. And it's going to basically rise to the surface and make my face look splotchier. And then it should just automatically flake off. But man, does it hurt. It hurts, you guys. And this plastic ice pack is not really helping me much at all. In fact, my water bottle probably will feel, yeah, that's better. That's better. So I'm going to go home and use ice on my face. And they want you to come back. I bought a 3-pack. They want you to do it every 4 weeks. They were also pushing their own cream on me, which I'm like, I don't need to buy your cream. But between my schedule and their schedule, I can't come back in 4 weeks. So I'm actually going to come back in about 8 weeks, and then I'll go 4 weeks after that. I already have both of those appointments scheduled. So I will show you what this looks like in the next few weeks. And then if you're interested, I will show you what it looks like after the second and third visit, so we can get the idea of how successful it is with multiple treatments. But it hurts. Just a quick check-in on day one. They told me that I would have some swelling today, and I think I have a little bit of swelling in my cheeks. And if I get close, you'll see some of the darker spots have really come to the surface. Some of these areas right here, really along the sides, and they should continue to get darker and then kind of flake off. And I'm just being really mild with my face, using a really mild moisturizer, no real special serums or any sort of acidic or exfoliating product, because I want to be gentle with my skin. Here's a quick glimpse at day two. So I don't know if you can tell, but right here, my cheeks are swollen. I can tell because when I look down, I can see my cheeks. So I'm still swollen right here. And if you look close, you can see my dark spots are getting darker. And my face is pretty dry, but overall, I'm feeling pretty good. Today is day 3, and obviously I did not glam up for you, but I want to show you that things are progressing. I'm going to come in close and see if you can see some of these spots are a little darker. I have more dark spots coming to the surface. It kind of looks like pepper on my face. And in fact, my husband says he just wants to like scrub them off. I'm like, they're not, you have to let them naturally come. So you don't want to, use any sort of, what's the word, exfoliator or anything that's harsh on your skin. Just let the dark spots naturally come, and then they'll start to flake off. But not today. It's 4 days later, and I don't have a lot to update you on, but there is something that I was noticing as I was looking in the mirror, and I wanted to talk to you about it for a second. So if we come in close and we see my spots, I don't know if you can tell, but I actually have a lot more on my left side of my face as opposed to my right side. I don't know if you can tell, but I notice it really up here by my forehead. I have a lot more up here. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a big difference. And that is one thing that I wanted to talk about, because I, as you know, review cars and I do a lot of driving. And this is due to the sun coming in from the left side while I'm driving. And I can tell you that's a fact, because the same thing happens to my husband. He has much worse skin and he has to get it treated a lot. So, anytime you're outside getting sun exposure, even if you're in your car, this is why you should wear SPF. This is proof that I did not wear SPF. So I'm working on repairing the damage. And I've also been told that as we bring more of these spots to the surface, there will be less for the IPL to penetrate, so that the future treatments shouldn't be as painful. We'll see. Okay, I'm pretty much at my absolute worst here. No makeup, getting ready to go to the gym. But it's been exactly 1 week, so I wanted to show you the progress. So nothing, I've had more and more pigment coming to the surface, but nothing has really, at least I don't think it's really started flaking off. But you can see, I mean, I knew I had a lot of freckles, but what it's doing is it's bringing all of this is basically sun damage that it's bringing to the surface. And they say it's 1 to 3 weeks, I think, before the stuff starts to fade away. And hopefully with each subsequent treatment, it will be less and less and easier and easier. Today is day 12, and I'm coming to you today because I have really started to see some changes and improvements in my skin. I would say it was about day 9 when I had washed my face in the evening, and I could slowly, like, you're not supposed to do this, but you could slowly, like, I don't know, brush away some of the dots on your skin. And so if you look, I know you're getting tired of seeing me up close. I still have it here, a little bit on my nose. It looks like pepper, and some here, but a lot of it is gone from here and here. And I mean, of course, when I get up close, nothing looks great up close. But from a distance, I am actually really starting to see an overall improvement in just my skin tone, and I'm really happy. So I will give you a couple more updates before we wrap this up. It's really hard to get consistent light, but this is still natural light, and this is, it's been 3 weeks now. And I would say that most of, if not all of the black flecks, the pepper on my face is gone. In fact, I've used a mild exfoliator on my face. So I feel like I may have received maximum results, but I'm gonna give it 1 more week before I call it final. You can take a look and see what's going on. I still have some redness, but you know, that's just summertime. So I'm really excited to see what 2 more treatments will bring. Okay guys, this is the last installment of my super low-key video. My experience having an IPL treatment, the intense pulse light treatment, also known as a photofacial. It's been 4 weeks, although I saw most of the results probably in the first 2 weeks, to be honest. They say anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks, and I would say that I've done very well. If you look, I'm gonna come in close. If you look, I don't know if you can tell, but a lot of the coloration is gone here. A lot of the pigmentation is gone. The big thing for me was I had the red blood vessels right here on my face, and I had that treated before and it came back. So I'm really thrilled that that's gone. You can also see over here. Now look, I'm not claiming to have perfect skin, youthful skin, but I have so many freckles naturally, and then some that have come from sun damage. And if I'm being honest, they say that this can help stimulate collagen. Now, I didn't get much sleep last night, so I look tired. But I feel overall that whether I am or not, like I feel like I look more youthful. I feel really good about my skin. And more importantly, you know, they really want you to be cautious with your skin after you have this treatment. And you know, the most important thing is they tell you to make sure you're using SPF every day. So I'm going to be honest, I have not been the best at that. So if I was just going to be out and about, I used a really light day lotion from, I think it's Elizabeth Arden, that I would just put on my face on top of my moisturizer. If I'm going to be out in the sun for any length of time, I'm going to be outside for a while, working outside or whatever. That one right there, that is the Ren Clean Screen Mineral SPF 30. What I like about the Ren is it is a physical block, not just a chemical block. And so it's really heavy though. So what I usually do is I take that and I mix that with my moisturizer, which just makes it easier to distribute all over here and here. And then of course I use sunscreen and so on. So anyway, question for you. I signed up for a 3-package treatment. You're supposed to do 1 every 30 days. They couldn't schedule me in July. So I'm going to do 1 in August, 1 in September. So let me know if you're interested in seeing the results of those, because I'm looking going, how much more effective is it going to be after 2, after 3? So anyway, I'm on a continuing journey to look the best I can while still looking as natural as I can. So if you have any questions, let me know, and please give it a like and a subscribe if this helped you in any way. And if you have had experiences with IPL, I'd love to hear them, and so would everybody else. Thanks for watching.